Hello everyone, welcome to another special edition of LAMP Lecture Series featuring GUA SHA, Day 1 of 4. GUA SHA is a healing technique of traditional East Asian medicine. Sometimes called coining, spooning, or scraping, GUA SHA is defined as instrument-assisted unidirectional breaststroking of a lubricated area of the body surface to intentionally create transitory therapeutic petechiae called SHA, representing extravasation of blood in the subcutis. Raising SHA removes blood stagnation, considered pathogenic in traditional East Asian medicine. Modern research shows that transitory therapeutic petechiae produce an anti-inflammatory and immune protective effect that persists for days following a single GUA SHA treatment, accounting for the immediate relief that patients feel from pain, stiffness, fever, chill, cough, wheeze, nausea, and vomiting, and why GUA SHA is effective in acute and chronic internal organ disorders, including liver inflammation and hepatitis. GUA SHA is an ancient therapy practiced in traditional Chinese medicine, used to relieve blood stagnation that obstructs surface tissues and inhibits organ function. GUA is to rub or to scrape. SHA means a reddish and raised area of skin. Literally means to scrape away fever. GUA SHA facilitates healing by pressing or scraping skin repeatedly with blunt, rounded tools. Special therapy oil is applied on the skin so the client doesn't feel pain during therapy. Strokes are repeated until SHA appears, which are red elevated patches on treated area. GUA SHA is performed on a person's back, buttocks, neck, arms, and legs. A gentle version is even used on the face as a facial technique. Your therapist may apply mild pressure and gradually increase intensity to determine how much force you can handle. The client shouldn't feel any pain after the session. GUA SHA will not damage skin, and the SHA rashes or bumps should be gone within 2 to 4 days. If the SHA takes longer to fade, it means client has poor blood flow and is likely to have either a blood or Qi deficiency or an underlying organ deficiency. This is how the tongues would look like for patients with blood deficiency and Qi deficiency. Blood deficiency can be caused by hemorrhage, low dietary protein, constitution, and it can be caused by deficiency or Qi stagnation. So patient will usually come in with fatigue, poor appetite, spontaneous sweating, shortness of breath, overthinking, and worrying. By raising the SHA, the capillaries will be highly dilated, and this will enhance sweat secretion and blood circulation. GUA SHA helps to remove blood stagnation, which is considered pathogenic, and promotes body metabolic processes. Blood stagnation is caused by blood deficiency or Qi stagnation, and the pain is usually characterized as chronic, fixed, and stubborn. GUA SHA has immediate effect for hypertension, stiffness, heat stroke, fever, cough, chill, nausea, muscle pain caused by cold syndrome. By performing GUA SHA regularly, we can coordinate the Qi of the body, relieve fatigue, and enhance immune function. Qi is commonly described as life force, but many now believe that ancient Chinese scrolls were actually referring to physical blood circulating in the body. Administer GUA SHA 2 to 3 times a day for 5 to 10 minutes each time or until a sensation of heat appears. You can scrape the sole, both sides, and top of each foot from the ankle to the tips of the toes. We have 2 scraping methods: meridian scraping, which includes acupressure and subcutaneous skin scraping, and holographic scraping, which involves scraping body points that correspond to the affected body organ. These are the health benefits of GUA SHA. stimulates immune system, eliminates toxins, restores the body's pH balance, improves circulation, regulates organ functions, relieves pain, revitalizes the qi, reduces stress and fatigue, restores emotional harmony and mental clarity. GUA SHA is applicable in any hands-on therapeutic practice and will be of particular interest to acupuncturists, massage therapists, physical therapists, and any physician or nurse who work directly with patients. Precautions: do not expose the patient to blowing fan. No shower within 30 minutes after GUA SHA. Rescraping to the same area needs an interval of 3 to 6 days. Drink a cup of warm water after GUA SHA and rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Contraindications: pregnant women, leukemia, thrombocytopenia, high skin allergy or skin diseases, heart disease, heart failure, renal failure, cirrhosis, systemic severe edema, drunkenness, hunger, fullness, and excessive thirst, fatigue. The GUA SHA facial is unique from other facial because it firms up the skin, lifts the skin, better face shape, reduces double chin, wrinkles, eye bags, pores, promotes blood circulation without injection but only with 100% massage technique. Facial GUA SHA for 1 hour includes deep cleansing, toning, scrubbing, masking, GUA SHA technique, and detoxification. To learn more about the facial GUA SHA, please avail of all our training materials as well as instructional videos by registering with Lamp Foundation. For more details, please contact Sir Albert Machete. These are the benefits of facial GUA SHA. Promotes blood circulation, encourages cell renewal, restores vigor to the body, complexion glows from within, firms up the skin, health treatment, relaxation treatment, so no unsightly red patches. Facial GUA SHA is actually incorporated in AcuLift. The immediate effects you can actually see or feel after the first attempt of doing facial GUA SHA. Number 1, dark circles decrease, eye bags or puffy eyes decrease, fine lines are reduced, uneven tone improved, smoother skin, smaller pores, dark spots lighten, more radiant look, the skin is lifted, skin is firmer, double chin is reduced or refined better face shape, and skin condition is improved. Let's now talk about the 12 primary meridians. Acupuncture points linked together in lines are called meridians, and qi circulates through the meridians. And the meridians are named for associated organ: kidney, heart, small intestine, bladder, liver, pericardium, triple energizer or sanjiao, gallbladder, spleen, lung, large intestine, stomach. Meridians not only feed vital energies to their related organs, they also reflect any pathological disturbance in those organs, thus providing a convenient and highly accurate tool for diagnosis as well as therapy. Why do people get sick? Why aren't there long-term cures for diseases? Why are there more and more chronic diseases despite continuous medical treatment? Along with rapid development of medicine nowadays, the rate of incidence and the rate of mortality of various diseases such as cancer, cardiovascular diseases, liver diseases, diabetes, and kidney diseases have been rising increasingly. They are related to the changes of the internal and external environments of our bodies. Toxin within our bodies is an important reason for impairing our health and leading to diseases. What is toxin? It is a substance harmful to human health but cannot be expelled smoothly. It is attached to the tissues and cells of various channels within our bodies. Just like tea stains attached to mugs, it is not easy to be washed off or metabolized, blocking the normal circulation of the vital energy and blood, as well as main and collateral channels, and resulting in diseases. Where does toxin come from? Some comes from the body itself. Every day, millions of cells within the human body die, And lots of waste such as radicals, cholesterol, lactic acid are generated after the foods are metabolized within the body. They are important sources of the toxin. Some other toxin comes from external environment such as air pollution, pesticide residues, and chemical medicine, as well as unreasonable diet structure, smoking, or excessive alcoholic drinks. Under normal circumstances, the toxin within the body can be expelled by way of human metabolism. However, too many toxins will lead to accumulation, affecting the circulation of vital energy and blood, interfering with the balance of metabolism, harming the functions of inner organs, and speeding up the aging of the human body. GUA SHA is undoubtedly the safest and the most effective way to expel toxin. This is a traditional and natural therapy of Chinese medicine, with obvious effects as well as simplicity and convenience. Only a scraping board coupled with lubricants is applied to repeatedly scrape and rub the related acupoints or affected parts until red spots appear on the skin. These red spots represent the toxin within the body, blocking the circulation of energy and blood and the metabolism of the body. If such toxin cannot be expelled timely, there will be consequently various kinds of diseases leading to accelerated aging. Therefore, through stimulating the skin, GUA SHA can trigger off the functions of the self-defense system within the human body, expel the accumulated toxin, and clean the internal environment of the human body, enhancing the ability of self-adjustment and the ability of resistance against diseases. Persisting in GUA SHA is equal to expelling toxin regularly within the human body. This is not only conducive to dealing with chronic diseases, getting rid of physical pain, raising the function of immunity and the ability of resistance against diseases, but also helping people resist aging and beautify themselves. The healthcare and detoxifying therapy of GUA SHA is marked by simplicity, convenience, safety, and flexibility. It is suitable both as an auxiliary physical therapy for patients in the period of recovery and for the daily care of healthy individuals. It is with hope that GUA SHA therapy can be of great help to your health. According to the Inner Canon of the Yellow Emperor, a classic work of traditional Chinese medicine, all internal elements can surely be observed outside. It means that human ailments will show themselves on the surface of the body. The accumulation of toxin within the body will also appear in various ways. Our careful discovery and timely expulsion can keep the balance of our metabolism and prolong our health. 8 indications of body toxin. The body toxin, when accumulated up to an amount, will show itself in certain ways. The body would remind you to expel toxin when problems occur, such as constipation, bad breath, freckles, unhealthy skin color, acne, obesity, joint pain, and too much blood fat. Constipation. Intestinal toxin expansion. Bowel movement is the most important way for the human body to expel toxin. Usually, the excrement is discharged once every day. Constipation is marked by less than twice or 3 times a week, or once every 2 or 3 days, with small amounts and dryness. Constipation is harmful in many aspects. Intestines are not only the places for digesting food and absorbing nutrition, but also the places for the concentration of toxin. If the accumulated excrement within intestines cannot be discharged, it will not only add to the burden of intestines, but also enable the toxin to be absorbed twice or many times via the blood and circulate together with blood within the body, seriously polluting the entire body. Its major form is shown in several aspects. Accelerating the aging of the human body. The mood of people with minor constipation will be affected, resulting in a disorder of the functions of gastric and intestinal nerves, discomfort of intestines and stomach, abdominal distension, and bitter taste in the mouth. People of serious constipation or those with long-term constipation will suffer from the accelerated aging of human tissues and internal organs, finally leading to severe pathological changes, resulting in cancer. Long-term constipation will make carcinogens from germs fermented in intestines irritate the epithelial cell in intestinal mucous membranes, leading to the heteromorphic hyperplasia that is apt to give rise to the cancer. Hard excrement will block the intestinal cavity, leading to the obstruction of blood circulation due to the pressure on the rectum and the colon, and even leading to the excrement-based ulcer. People of serious cases will suffer from intestinal necrosis or intestinal perforation. For people with constipation, the force exerted when the excrement is being discharged will increase abdominal pressure and lead to the attack of cardiovascular diseases such as angina or myocardial infarction. Therefore, it is rather dangerous for patients of cardiovascular diseases. The incidence of such cases is mostly seen in early morning. Intestines are both the places for producing toxin and the passages for expelling toxin. As is discovered by scientific research, over half of the immunity system is located within intestines, particularly in the colon. Once the colon fails to operate normally, toxin within the body will be discharged from other channels such as kidneys, skin, and breath. Then, in addition to constipation, there will be other problems like body odor, bad breath, unhealthy skin color, skin rash, measles, and freckles. Timely expulsion of toxin can make metabolism smooth and keep human vitality. GUA SHA serves to cure constipation and expel intestinal toxin. Superficially, constipation results from weakened intestinal functions and slow peristalsis. It is due to the weakness of vital energy and blood, leading to weak intestinal operation. GUA SHA is a good way to smooth vital energy and blood. Scraping Da Chang Shu point, or bladder 25, and Xiao Chang Shu point, or bladder 27 on the back, Tian Shu point, or stomach 25, and Guan Yuan point, or CV4 on the abdomen, as well as Kuki point, or LI11, and Ziku point, or triple burner 6, on the arm, all serve to smooth the vital energy and blood of related channels, effectively improve the intestinal environment, increase intestinal motility, promote bowel movement, and cure such intestinal diseases as constipation. So we see here an illustration demonstrating scraping triple burner 6 point that can relieve constipation. Freckles trouble many women, and lots of them would try various anti-freckle creams, but fail and make the skin more fragile. In fact, eradication can only be realized when the source of freckles is found. There are chiefly 3 reasons for freckles. First, melanin cannot be discharged due to the slowdown of metabolism. The second cause is the cumulative harm of the sunlight to the skin. The third reason is imbalanced endocrine due to tension in life and irregular daily routine, leading to increased abdominal secretion of the melanin. From the angle of Chinese medicine, freckles are related with the vital energy and blood in main and collateral channels. The skin is closely associated with inner organs, main and collateral channels, as well as vital energy and blood. People would look young with shining and fine skin if the functions of their inner organs are normal with energetic vitality and blood, as well as smoothly functioning main and collateral channels. Otherwise, there will be various problems with the skin, which is related to metabolism. The blockage of vital energy and blood in main and collateral channels tends to be associated with such elements as the cold and damp, which are featured by the coldness, condensation, and blockage. They would affect the circulation of vital energy and blood, block metabolism, and keep body waste inside, thus leading to the precipitation of melanin, which appears in the form of freckles. GUA SHA cleans the inner environment, which is crucial to freckle removal. As it seems, GUA SHA serves to expel toxin only at certain areas, but it mobilizes the vital energy and blood all over the body and promotes their circulation. At the same time, it serves to avoid the precipitation of toxin in blood vessels and the skin. This can not only eradicate the elements for the growth of freckles and speed up the elimination of freckles, but also help maintain the health of blood vessels. Different areas are scraped depending on different kinds of freckles and spots. Bad breath refers to bad smell in the mouth, which is off-putting to others and awkward for yourself. Though a small ailment, bad breath is intolerable. It tends to make one feel hesitated in contacting with other people at a close distance, resulting in a sense of inferiority and the blockage of affection and interpersonal communications with others. Bad breath is also likely to be the signal of certain diseases. People with heavy bad breath can feel it themselves, while some people do not know it until such reaction of disgust is made by other people. In more cases, in order not to hurt one's feeling, people do not point it out, while one with bad breath is not aware of it too. In fact, it is simple to know whether you have bad breath or not. Cover the mouth and the nose with two palms in a semi-open bowl shape. Breathe out between the palms and breathe in with the nose. Then you can smell your breath. GUA SHA can remove bad breath caused by heat in internal organs. Such undesirable ways of life as irregular diet or too much spicy food, as well as overfatigue, lead to weak gastric functions, which is harmful to proper digestion in intestines and the expelling of food residues in accumulation, generate toxin in the blood in intestinal walls, and harm internal organs to cause diseases. Food residue precipitating in intestines for a long time will give rise to inner heat, produce bad smell, evaporate upwards, and lead to bad breath through the mouth, nose, and throat. The cure of bad breath must be based on expelling toxin in blood in intestinal walls and inner organs, restoring normal intestinal and gastric functions so that food residues precipitating in intestines can be expelled, leading to the eradication of conditions for the existence of bad breath. GUA SHA is an effective way of expelling accumulated heat and toxin. There will be very good effects if such acupoints as Ta Ling point or PC7 and Lao Kung point or PC8 on the hand, Susan Lee point or stomach 36, and Knitting point or stomach 44 on the shin and the foot are scraped. Scraping Ta Ling point serves to reduce bad breath. Dull skin, toxin accumulation in the lungs. At the first thought, people would say that dull and gloomy skin color is due to anemia, which may be one of the reasons. Undesirable skin is also likely to be related with lungs. If there is toxin in the lungs with their functions affected, the skin may be dull with acne, which may also be accompanied by the hair loss. According to the theories of Chinese medicine, lungs are associated with the skin and hair. The so-called skin and hair are mentioned in a quite macrocosmic manner, which are roughly equivalent to skin, hair, sweat glands, glandula sebaceous, and fingernails with functions of secreting sweat, adjusting breath, and resisting intrusion of harmful elements from outside. Through diffusion, lungs spread vital energy and blood all over the body to nourish the skin, hair, and muscles, as well as maintain the normal physiological functions of the hair and skin. The skin of people with energetic lungs looks soft, smooth, and elastic. Since lungs relate to outside environment, the air breathed in would be exchanged in lungs so that various germs from outside would have close contact with lungs. People are likely to be infected if they happen to be weak. Such infection would reduce lung functions and lead to the weakness of vital energy in the lungs. So, the lungs will be weak in spreading vital energy and blood to the skin and hair. Without the nourishment, skin and hair would appear dull, leading to a darkened tone and the hair loss. Therefore, if the skin is found problematic, one should think about whether it is the problem with lungs, rather than only rely on applying medicinal ointments or going for beauty treatments. All internal organs are closely associated with main and collateral channels. Therefore, adjusting main and collateral channels serves to adjust inner organs. It is difficult to directly stimulate the lungs since they are inside the body. However, some main and collateral channels related to them are tangible on the skin. Scraping the acupoints of related channels can expel body toxin. That is, toxin that blocks the circulation of vital energy and blood and affects the exchange between nutrients and metabolites, leading to diseases in human tissues and organs. Such expulsion serves to expel toxin in the lungs and enhance lung functions. In terms of adjusting lungs, GUA SHA can be usually conducted along the lung channel. Since lungs match with large intestines in functions, acupoints related to the channel of large intestines can be chosen in coordination, which can achieve better results. For patients suffering from anemia, acupoints related to the liver channel need to be scraped. Acne, also known as pimples, are constantly seen on the faces of young people. They are caused by too much secretion of oil, the blockage of pores, and bacterial infection. According to Chinese medicine, acne is also a result from the toxin as damp heat in the body. The so-called damp heat is featured by dampness and heat in the body. Those with acne caused by dampness and heat tend to have more oily skin along with thick and greasy tongues. Where does damp heat in the body come from? There are chiefly three causes. Improper diet with very spicy, fatty, or sweet food. It leads to the accumulation of dampness and heat, as well as harm to muscles and skin, resulting in acne. In this case, dampness and heat tend to accumulate in intestines and stomach, giving rise to bad breath and constipation. 5 emotions can lead to inner heat, that is, various kinds of unhealthy moods can give rise to inner heat. Therefore, fluctuating emotions, particularly anger and anxiety, are also very likely to result in acne or make them worse. Irregular daily life, such as staying up overnight, can also lead to dampness and heat or aggravate the acne featured by dampness and heat. Scraping is marked by eliminating heat, expelling toxin, invigorating blood, dispersing stasis, doing away with dampness and sputa. With the toxin of dampness and heat expelled by the scraping, acne can be fundamentally expelled. Dampness and heat resulting in acne is generally accumulated in the lungs. Therefore, scraping can be done in the lung channel, and that Fish-Shoe point on the back, or bladder 13, can be chosen. For those with bad breath, Fish-Shoe point or bladder 20, Wei-Shoe point or bladder 21, and Da-Chang-Shu point or bladder 25 can be chosen. We often hear such a term as reducing weight by expelling toxin. In fact, it makes sense by linking expelling toxin with reducing weight, because one of the important reasons for obesity is too much accumulation of toxin in the body. In nature, obesity is due to the overloading of cells and accumulation of fat, resulting in abnormal metabolism. As compared with healthy people, an obvious high content of blood plasma lipid, including triglyceride, cholesterol, free fatty acid, takes place in the body of those suffering from obesity, indicating that the disorder of lipid metabolism of different degrees exists in the body of those suffering from obesity. Such lipid, if not metabolized timely, will become garbage that is harmful to health, that is, toxin, as it is often referred to. Too many toxins will aggravate the difficulty of discharge. Therefore, those suffering from obesity will always get half the result with twice the efforts in reducing weight if methods are incorrect. So, the process of curing obesity is in nature one of expelling toxin. Only with toxin expelled and the disorder of the lipid metabolism corrected can obesity be fundamentally cured. GUA SHA is the safest and the most effective way of expelling fat and toxin. Scraping has the most direct and obvious impact on the human body, as it can promote metabolism and expel toxin. The human body undergoes metabolism ceaselessly every day. During its course, waste generated would be discharged timely. Scraping can timely bring garbage from the metabolism to the body's surface, precipitate it into pores under the skin, smooth blood circulation in the body, and restore the natural vigor of metabolism. For those suffering from obesity, the significance of the scraping is not only the expulsion of toxin, but also the adjustment of yin and yang, since obesity is a manifestation of the imbalance of yin and yang. Through stimulating some acupoints and related main and collateral channels, scraping enables yin and yang of the human body to reach an ideal state of balance, hence naturally restoring the balance of metabolism. Stimulating the skin via scraping can speed up the burning of fat on the body's surface, reducing the accumulation of fat under the skin. Pain in the human body mostly occurs in joints with two major reasons. First is overwork or sprain due to carelessness. Second cause is intrusion by such exterior evil elements as wind, cold, heat, dampness, and dryness, leading to the blockage of vital energy and blood. Pain of these kinds is also called arthromyodenia according to Chinese medicine, with the influence of intrusion by the cold dump being obvious. According to Chinese medicine, the cold dump includes two aspects, that is, the cold and dampness caused by exterior evil elements and innate cold and dampness. The cold damp leading to joint pain are mainly caused by exterior evil elements, which block the circulation of vital energy and blood, resulting in pain in joints and tendons as commonly seen symptoms. In daily life, being often exposed to the environment of the cold damp is an important factor for those suffering from cold damp and joint pain. For instance, people would suffer from soreness and pain in forelimbs due to the intrusion of dampness if they directly sleep on the floor, which contains heavy dampness because of the precipitation of water in the air. Moreover, people would suffer from cold damp if they wear damp clothes, stay in an air-conditioned room with sweat, or expose their skin in cold weather. Joint pain due to cold damp is chiefly manifested by joint pain in forelimbs, sore and painful neck and shoulders, scapulohumeral periarthritis, sore and painful waist and back. The more the painful areas are and the longer the time is, the heavier the cold damp is in the body. Since joint pain is caused by the blockage of main and collateral channels, as well as the circulation of energy and blood, GUA SHA is a simple and effective way of dredging them. Joint pain relies either on the dredging of main and collateral channels or the stoppage of the intrusion of the cold damp at their sources. In normal circumstances, the human body is endowed with Wei Qi, or defensive energy, which serves to block exterior evil elements. It originates from yang energy. Strong yang energy can nurture inner human organs while preventing exterior evil elements from intruding the human body. Wind, cold, and dampness will take advantage of the human body if yang energy is deficient, resulting in the blockage of vital energy and blood, as well as main and collateral channels, followed inevitably by joint pain. Therefore, the fundamental way of preventing the cold damp from intrusion is to invigorate, consolidate, and protect yang energy in the body. Through benign stimulation of the skin, GUA SHA enables the human body to be full of yang energy to enhance the body's ability of expelling evil elements. That is how defensive energy is enhanced through GUA SHA. Health is marked by the balance of metabolism in the human body, and the metabolism of blood fat is a very important link. If metabolism of blood fat is imbalanced, the intake of cholesterol and triglyceride is larger than their discharge. It will lead to the disorder in blood fat metabolism, which is commonly called hyperlipemia. An important factor affecting blood fat metabolism is the change of the nature of blood. That is, blood is polluted by toxin. The first manifestation of blood pollution is that blood becomes acidic. In an acidic environment, if fat substances cannot be broken down, they will suspend on or attached to the walls of blood vessels, resulting in hyperlipemia and making the walls of blood vessels thick and the lumen narrow, further leading to arteriosclerosis, obstruction of microcirculation, and insufficiency of blood supply. With the blood becoming acid, substances attached to the walls of blood vessels are more than blood fat. Red blood cells, blood platelets, toxin, and germs are apt to be attached to the walls of blood vessels. With the blood becoming acid, blood fat and blood sugar will increase. Blood will become thicker, and blood flow will become slower and slower, adding burden to the heart and giving rise to high blood pressure. The appearance and disappearance of SHA by way of scraping serves to purify the blood. This is because blood circulation at the far end, the peripheral circulation, is the slowest, and the blood vessel there is the finest, apt to form precipitation, stasis, and blockage. Scraping serves to directly stimulate this part. In addition to expelling toxin in blood, scraping can also reflect whether blood is toxic or thick. Fast appearance of SHA, which means a short time of scraping with minor force, indicates that blood is thick. Slow appearance of SHA, which is a long time of scraping with big force, indicates that blood is sticky. If there is almost no appearance of SHA, it means that blood is very sticky, and that capping applied to this part will show black freckles. The appearance of black freckles all over after cupping indicates very sticky blood. Those with this symptom are patients of hyperlipemia. Thank you very much for your attention.